Bonjour! Bonjour!
No. Time for bladder check.
Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch The Queen's Gambit, Season 1 with the only season, Episode 3. I just posted yesterday the video about the Episode 1 and I'm so glad that you guys, you are there for that and you love the fact that I'm gonna react to this show. I saw a lot of your comments being like, oh, I didn't know that you were gonna react to it. I should have known that it was gonna be a show which would please you and that maybe you would react to. You are right. I'm gonna react to this show. I said all of the reasons why during my intro of the first episode. If you want to see my reaction videos about the first and the second episode, I'm gonna put the links, you know, into the eye. And I already love this show, really. I said it a lot because of the fact that it's well written, we can see it. Like I said, it's not too easy, too much, it's really not a show which is taking, you know, the viewers by the end to show him or her that and that. It's not easy lines, it's not easy scenes. Everything is clever in the way of writing it, each lines, each moment. Just the fact that they thought about, you know, putting the board hallucination right there, all of that, and the fact that they are playing also with the rhythm of the show, with some long moments, long scenes. I saw that even more, you know, during the editing of the first episode, the fact that we had the impression that, you know, the action was happening at the same time, but not at all. In fact, we have long moments during the playing scenes, you know, when she's learning how to play and all, it's silent moments, but we are not feeling it because it's really smooth into the episode and we have some, you know, quick moments where they accelerate the time when she learned how to play, and they made that parallels, you know, with the fact that she was learning stuff about chess but she didn't learn anything about social life and boys. I already told you stuff about during my review of the first episode. I took really a long time to talk about that and also to talk about the colors of the show. I think that I took at least 3 minutes to talk about that, but it's to show you how well this show is written, by the lines, the scenes and all, but also how they produced it, you know, the fact that they paid attention to the music but also to the colors of the show. Again, the first episode was dark because it was the oldest flashback and also the darkest flashback with really bad stuff, art stuff happening into it, but not dark like they used black and that was all. No, they used brown and beige, the colors of the chessboard. That's so clever, you know, they are playing with that. And with the episode 2, the colors are changing because she evolved, she grew up, and also her life is beginning to be shiniest, I think, something like that. And there is something like she's beginning to shine. Also, herself, she's beginning to find something which is really pleasing her and she's good at it and people are recognizing her as good at it, and this is a shiny episode in comparison of this first one. Just by the colors of it you can tell it, and it's really working with the story. They wrote the show, they wrote well the scenes, the lines, the story, but also how it's done. Again, the colors, the music, also the costumes, everything is so well done. And like I said a lot in a lot of my reaction videos, I love shows which are following the 3 things rule, you know, the fact that they can write well the story, the fact that they are writing well the story, all of the different issues, that they are not taking the viewers by the end and all of that, the fact that they are producing also the show well and all of that, when they are also making good characters. And right there with the main character we have also a good character, but that's not all, you know. the second characters, you know, the minor characters are also so interesting. During the first episode, I said it, we discovered Jolene, and Jolene, she was not just the best friend, you know, she was more than that, and we discovered that more into the second episode. She was deeper than that. We saw more than just that about her. We saw a little of her own story, and same during the last episode about her adoptive mother, you know. They took the time to write stuff for her, to explain why she's like that, to go deeper with her without really being with her, you know. We were with the main character, we are following her and all, but through her we are discovering stuff also about the minor characters. And again, that's a clever way to write a show for writers, to be able to make development for your main character. And right there we are really with her, you know, we are not spending time with other characters, in fact, but through her to also develop the minor characters. And the thing number 3 that I love for show to do, it's to explore a subject or to show something, you know, to tell us a message, something, an idea also. It can be a political idea, it can be a society subject, it can be stuff that they are exploring into one episode or one season and all. During the first episode, I think that it was about the drugs, you know, giving drugs to the kids and the fact that they made all of these kids addicts. During the last episode, I think that it was more about fighting, you know, women fighting against men. Like the mother to fight to survive all alone without her man. And after that, for Beth to fight against men, to prove herself and to win at the end. I was so proud of her. I'm still, you know, surprised by my reaction at the end of the second episode. I was so proud of her. I can't tell why that was, you know, the emotion won into my heart. Like with shows like that, usually when you are seeing one character succeeding, you are congratulating that character, you are really admiring him or her, you are cheering with him or her, but right there it was pride, you know, really I was proud of her, like, see? She succeeded, see, I wanted to say something like that, I don't know why, that was really the emotion which was winning into my heart. I still think that all of this season is not just about telling the story about how she became that chess master, you know. I don't know how to say it in English, chess master, grandmaster, I think that I saw also. You know what I meant by that? It's not just about that, it's also to show us all of this addiction to drugs. Okay, these two things are working together, but this is also two stories, and we began the show with that first scene, you know, which is gonna be, I think, the end of the episode, in fact. To put that scene, you know, as a first scene, it was really to insist on that. We're gonna tell you how she ended there, you know, being recognized to be a chess master and making that fight, that game with that man, but also how she ended right there, you know. She was really in a bad position at the beginning, she was overweight, I think, something like that, but she was also taking drugs, also drinking alcohol, and it's really like she had a rough night. So this story, this season, is not just about her becoming a chess master, but also her becoming that addict and turning out like that. I really think that, and I love that, and I think that also men are gonna have their importance into this show, not only because of the fact that she has to fight them, you know, to take her place as I'm better than you, but also because we saw during the first episode that she didn't know a lot about them, that it was an issue, the fact that she didn't have really a lot of knowledge about social life and boys. And during the second episode, the fact that she was so shy, you know, with that man, the fact that she was flirting with him, but not really, I think that this is gonna have also an important, and I'm gonna see that today. I hope that I'm gonna have the time to watch 2 episodes. If I want that, I need to, yes, to stop talking so much. So let's go for this episode 3. Oh, and just so you know, when you're gonna watch this video, I don't know if I would have finished all of the season, so please be careful with the spoilers on the comments. Most of you are, but I saw some comments during the reaction video of the first episode, like, you're so stupid, you didn't understand that, it's because of that and that. But it was about information, you know, that I didn't have during the time that I watched this first episode. So is it because it's information that I'm gonna have during the season, or is it because it's information which are into the novel, I think, and that I didn't have? I don't know, but that's not really great, you know, to do that to me. I mean, that's not nice to put spoilers on the comments. Don't do that. If you are doing that, in fact, you are ruining these reaction videos, because I'm not gonna be as surprised as I should be during the moment that I should be surprised. Understand what I mean? Don't tell spoilers. We already know that your mom was a little crazy, you know, she tried to kill herself and to kill you with her. The TikTok, it's the sound, you know, during the game. That's your first big competition, no?
I asked for a pleasant room, and I believe they gave me one.
I love the fact that they are close, you know, and that they are working together. Do you know what I mean? They are supporting each other. At least that was the case during the episode 2.
I'm Beth.
Carl, Kentucky State Champion. Nice to meet you.
And I already know your name.
You get 2 hours to make 40 moves.
And the route comes to the 7th rank.
Ooh.
Right there.
Oh!
I take the night.
Are you that kid from Kentucky who wiped out Harry Baltic?
If you
They
take
all
this
know
night,
you already. I love that.
Watch this. What does White do here?
Queen takes pawn. That's Mrs. Rashevsky. From the 30s.
Very good, Margate, 1935.
There you go.
And you know what?
Ah, you're impressed. It's bothering you that he's clever, but...
Or even younger. Just come through, see some old friends, playing too many opens. It can only hurt, you know what I mean?
Beth Harmon.
Shit.
I love this reaction.
Hey,
Harmon?
what are you two doing here?
Losing mostly.
Been playing my earlier games.
Well, what on earth for?
Looking for weaknesses in my play.
And?
There aren't any.
Nah. Come on. You can do it.
It's so much more exciting than I imagined. Did you watch the whole game?
Of course.
That's a nice relationship.
I thought you were done for. I should have known better.
Yes, we should have.
Elizabeth?
Matt, Mike, this is my mom.
Mike, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Would that lead to playing abroad? In Europe, I mean?
No reason why not. They have to know you before they invite you.
How's the prize money?
Nah.
Pretty good, I think.
What's pretty good?
The Soviets are murder. They eat Americans for breakfast over there. I don't think there's been an American with a prayer against them in 20 years.
Can she do it?
It's like Bella.
I want to see her succeeding.
That's Rudolph. He's a master.
She's gonna win.
It's so complicated.
Not for her.
Uh-oh. And that's me.
You know when to...
Which leaves over $300.
You know how to count.
Perhaps you could give me 10% as an agent's commission?
Do that.
Let's make it 15%. Which would be $49.54.
They told me at Methuen you were marvelous at math. Beats Grandmaster in Pittsburgh.
I love that relationship.
One of the worst colds I've ever seen in a child. The poor dear.
Again, see, they are accelerating the time right there.
There's a tournament in Houston over the holidays, starting on the 26th.
You wanna go?
I believe we could fly to Houston, Have a very pleasant winter vacation in the sun.
Can you?
Yes, Mother.
Really? Calm your excitation.
She has a fever of 101. Must be the flu.
Oh, Fahrenheit.
She won't be back.
Oh, they are smoking. I'm glad that we're not doing that anymore. Don't. No. I don't want her to begin to drink.
I should probably learn how to speak Russian.
No.
Kids would all be older than you. And by kids, I mean boys. So can you tell the readers of Life how it feels?
Life?
To be a girl
Already?
among all those men.
Chess isn't always competitive.
Yeah, but you play to win.
Yes, but chess can also be beautiful.
I was just wondering how you learned to play chess.
Mr. Scheibel taught me. He was the janitor at Methuen.
You must have been very lonely.
No, she had Johnny.
You saw the king as a father and the queen as a mother. I mean, one to attack, one to protect.
No, that's interesting.
Board under disgrace.
The board.
It's an entire world of just 64 squares. I feel safe in it. So if I get hurt, I only have myself to blame.
Interesting. Have you ever heard of something called apophenia? It's the finding of pattern or meaning where other people don't. Well, creativity and psychosis often go hand in hand.
Don't.
Or for that matter, genius and madness.
That's interesting things
Crazy? No.
to think, but not to say. If you're calling her crazy, I'm gonna be mad.
You might try bridge. I hear a lot of chess players enjoy it.
I'll show you out.
Huh.
Now and then a small boy appears and dazzles us with his precocity. But what if that boy were a girl? A young, unsmiling girl with brown
No,
eyes,
unsmiling,
red hair, and
that's
dark
true.
hair. Into the male-dominated world of the nation's top chess tournaments strolls a teenage girl with bright, intense eyes. Beth Harmon.
Oh, still sick.
I've heard enough.
That's a good paper. I thought that it was gonna be worse.
Dear, it makes you a celebrity.
Yeah, for being a girl.
For being a girl who can win against men.
I flirted with alcohol most of my life. If anything, I think it's high time I consummated the relationship.
Friday night, 7:30. Can you make it?
You're going to a party? Why am I was almost against it, you know. I was almost like, no, don't go. I want her to have a social life, but I have the impression that she's not gonna have a nurse she wants, so I'm maybe too protective with her. Can you have fun and only fun? That's a big house.
What about the boys? Are they good looking? Do you date any of them? There's not really much time for that.
Trade Brooks with.
I mean, I trade Brooks all the time.
Every time we meet, everything is sweet. You're the one that I love.
You did. Don't. I know the stories about her becoming chess master and also so addict.